guys, how's it going? I'm reading my stuff that's on here before. Anyways, what if I told you that a long time ago we didn't have an ice wall? What if I told you that part of the reason why we have an ice wall is because the same thing as the global warming crisis? What if I told you that as the carbon depletes, the ice wall grows thicker and thicker? You know, a lot of you guys don't realize this. The ice wall was not always the way it was. And as they try to destroy the ice wall, and as our carbon levels go down, the ice wall grows. You know, when Jesus died, our carbon levels in the atmosphere were 1,200 parts per million. And now we can't get it even up to 400 parts per million anymore. People need to realize oxygen in plant life thrive with an oxygen level above 800 parts per million, up to 1,200 parts per million. Not only that, the more CO2 in the air, the warmer we are. So we are not global warming, we are global cooling. And climate change bullshit is a bunch of crap. It's fake. It's made up. It's made to kill you guys. It's something that was created to kill you. And what you guys don't understand is, as the carbon levels go down, the ice wall becomes more impenetrable. And just same with the firmament. As carbon levels go down, the firmament gets stronger. It's kind of like the world was built in its own ecosystem that like takes care of itself when stuff happens. But what you don't know is if carbon levels get down below 100 parts per million, which at the rate we're going right now, that's going to happen in about 2026 and 2027, everything on Earth dies. Everything. Not just some things, everything. So if we let our carbon levels keep on dropping and believe in this global warming scam, we're just doing it to ourselves. We need to realize science is real. And the quote unquote, I believe in science people believe in paid advertising. They don't believe in science. They're not paying attention to science. I got glasses for reading, and that's all I use them for. I read daily, and I read more than a lot of people, and I love finding out information, whether it's useless or not. You know, if people realize plants thrive at 1,200 parts per million, and we're at less than 400 parts per million, and when we last recorded that we're at 400 parts per million in the United States, it was 4 years ago. We're closer to 200 parts per million carbon right now. So if we get down below 100 parts, we're done. Everything on Earth ceases to exist. Everything. And that's what most of you guys don't understand. Quit following the global warming scam. Quit following the whole electric car scam. You know, we need more carbon in the air to survive. We need more carbon in the air to do the missions that we did in 1946 and 1947. If you know, you know. And I'm telling people this because if you guys understand what's going on with our world, you know, a lot of people laughed because the 1543 map didn't include Australia. What they didn't realize is it took 300 years after that map was created before Australia was discovered. So a lot of people are getting laughed at for something that they don't know about. It's just ignorance. People don't know. You just need to tell them. Australia wasn't created or discovered. It wasn't created. It was created a long time ago, but it wasn't discovered until the 1800s. And so a lot of people got a lot of grief for throwing out the 1543 map. So the more you know. And it's funny because if you look at the old 1543 map, there was barely any ice wall. I mean, there was warm climate animals in Antarctica. How do you explain that? Carbon levels, CO2. You know, just so you guys know, when I say 400 parts per million, that's 0.04% carbon in the air. When we get below 0.001%, everything dies. Everything. Everything's gone when that happens. And I just want to inform you guys, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to look up scientific info, especially about our carbon levels, global warming, and all that. You know, you guys look up how much carbon levels it is for plant life to thrive, for oxygen to thrive, the percentages. And remember, you take a percentage, and it's like 0.01 is 0.001 is 100 parts per million. So we would thrive more if we had 0.012%, which is 1,200 parts per million carbon. That's what we need. We need our carbon levels to go up, not down. So have a good day and do your own research. Bye-bye. So guys, it's going to echo a little bit right here. Okay. Anyway, as I was showing you in that video, there are a lot of things that people just don't understand. And I could show you guys a lot more. I'm actually walking outside, so hold on, guys. Oh, that did not work. Anyway, there we go. Anyways, you know, this program's kind of cool because I need to do. Okay, hold on. Oop. I can't do that. Anyway, I was trying to stay away from the lights so certain people that are affected by lights don't freaking get bothered by them. Anyway, as I was saying, I have friends that can't be around the lights, so I'm standing under cover so when he watches a video, it's not going to have lights shining in his face. Well, anyway, you know, that stuff can be explained, self-explanatory stuff, you know. Our carbon levels when Jesus died were 1,200 parts per million. And now they're less than 400 parts per million. Yet most of you guys are buying into this whole global warming scam, and most of you guys don't even understand the global warming scam. And that's the thing is, you know, people don't understand what's going on. These elites have been lying to you about everything. You know, and then people will laugh about the uncharted territories in the 3 continents that are outside of the ice wall. Yet they'll believe in global warming. The global warming scam is killing you. Artificial light kills you. Artificial light kills you more than anything. Why is your family sick? Because you have artificial light. Because you coop yourself up in artificial light and you don't go outside and stand in the rain. That's why you're dying. That's why your family's getting sick. That's why everything's happening. You know, enjoy life. Life is something that was created by God for all of us to enjoy. And that's just the truth. You know, and we could do great things in Him. We can. But don't be brainwashed into BS. There's so much BS in this world that we have been lied about for so long. And that's what a lot of you don't realize. And, you know, the one thing I've been practicing, or I should say, the one thing I've been trying to practice, you know, I do know a lot of information. And I do want guests on my show that I can interview. And I want humble people, not because I'm humble, because I want to learn from them, if that makes sense. And, you know, some of the things I post on Facebook, it's not just for you guys. Sometimes it's for me. You know, it's for me to understand and, you know, learn more too. I'm the kind of person, I learn daily. You know, I love nature. I love people. I hate it when people, oh wow, I don't know what happened there. Okay, I do know what happened there. A raindrop fell on my camera. Whoop. Anyway, if I didn't have flashing lights on the porch, I would be sitting on the porch. But, you know, I know certain people that watch my lives, the flashing lights affect them. So I'm trying to be respectful for those people. And I want to tell you, I'm out here trying to save lives. Whether I am or not, that's up to you. That's up to what people will listen to. You know, if you don't want to get sick, I could tell you tons of tips where you'll never get sick. The healthcare industry is all created by man, and a lot of the stuff is, you know, corrupt to its core. You know, we never used to have a hospital back in the good old days. You know, even in the 60s, there wasn't very many hospitals. The doctor came to your house, gave you a spoonful of syrup or whatever and some whiskey, and you were cured. You know, cure for cancer has been out since 1931. Certain autoimmune diseases can be cured. Certain cancers can be cured. Dementia and Alzheimer's, it can be cured to a point. I guess once it gets past a certain point, it's like you can't really do much. But 99% of all illness can be cured. 99% of all illness is because of ignorance. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying ignorance is in the fact that you do not know. All you got to do is learn. And that's the one thing I've been practicing this last week is, you know, being in humility is not easy, especially when you know facts that you're trying to represent to people. And one of the most humble guys that I know is Dwayne Johnson, a good friend of mine that's in Vancouver. Some of you guys know him as a DJ or a singer, also part of the band Collective Nation. So here's his plug because he deserves it. If you guys haven't heard of Collective Nation, you need to go watch his group. He's got a Facebook page, and they're holding like a mirrored disco ball, and you'll know who it is. It's pretty colorful and pretty cool. But anyway, it's people like that in my life, which I learned from too. You know, Dwayne and Dave, very good friends that always influence my life. You know, and these are the type of people you need in your life. And if we all learn from each other and show each other respect, we'll all grow in big things. And once I have this technology down, like how to get my camera to actually work and how to get the video to actually work the first time, I won't be switching back and forth. You know, I got a cheap USB microphone that's crap, and then I just got a 2021 MacBook Pro, which is a decent computer, but as far as the camera and microphones on it, they kind of suck. They just suck from the factory. You got to get additional plug-in cameras and devices to do this stuff better. And the stuff I have is, you know, I got the starting point. I got the computer. That's where you start from. Now, I do need to keep on growing and doing this so if I can get better videos for y'all. I'm trying to stay out of the light for a reason. I figured maybe if I sit down and aim it, there we go. I guess I can sit like that. It doesn't affect it so much, but trying to stay out of the rain and talk to y'all. But anyway, I'm out here trying to help people. And then I got people that will come on my Facebook when I'm trying to help people with certain things and say, oh, that's a cheap product. I'm trying to get rid of stuff for people too. I'm not a sales guy. I don't like selling things, but I figure if I can help somebody out, do something, I will. And, I'll try anyway. And then if there's nothing that becomes of trying to help that person out, then there's nothing I can do. I was down at Esther Short Park last week and met a guy named Steve. If you guys haven't seen my story, I posted the story with some pictures of Esther Short Park. I could have took a picture of him, but I didn't get his permission, so I didn't, and I didn't want to post a picture of him. But really great fella. He needed somebody to help. And I was hoping somebody would be downtown Vancouver that could help, like maybe, get him like some kind of a food gift card or something. I only had a few pennies on me and it was the end of the month, so I couldn't do much. So, there's things that sometimes I can't help everybody. I try to get everybody else involved too. The only way in life where you're going to make it is if you're a giver. If you're a taker, you're going to have the appearance of making it for a short period of time until karma crashes down on you hard and destroys your life, your family, your wife, your kids, and everything. That's why I want to practice being more humble, is because I don't ever want to end up in that situation. It's been like 3 or 4 years where I've been on a solid path of good stuff, even though this 2020 crap has really messed with my mind. I lost my mom, I lost my best friend, but I keep going, and there's a lot of things and hurts in people that make some things more difficult, but we keep going. And we keep trying to help people out. We keep trying to give. We keep trying to do the things for the right people, And I love all y'all. I really do. What I really want is to see unity in this world. I want to be able to interview people and get guests, on here. Like technically, I'm speaking from a guest camera. And, I could do a little, actually, I'm going to do a screenshot now so I could show you guys when this is uploaded. I'll show you what it looks like with the little guest number and all that. I'll post it in the comments below when I'm done, just so you guys could see kind of how StreamYard works in my phone. I got these weird apps, or the weird tabs up in my phone that shows what I looked up on Safari and everything. It's crazy because, what was that? I want to offer promotions for your channel viewers. No, thank you. That's not what I want, dude. I don't care. I don't need any paid viewers. I don't want any paid viewers. If you guys see that comment, you guys can understand that's a crap I don't care for. You spam my post, you get blocked. So once I'm done, I will block you. It is not worth it. That's not what I want. I don't care. I don't want your paid crap. Don't post your spam on my live videos. This is my platform. And I'm trying to speak this in a respectful way. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch. But don't post your spam on my stuff. No, that's not how I'm going to let this work. If you guys want help with something, you could message me on Facebook. If you know my Facebook, message me on Facebook. This is mostly on Facebook, but it's also streaming to Rumble. I'm trying to do a lot of things to help people, to inform people. I want people to understand the global warming and the severity of it. I want people to understand that taxes that you pay are voluntary. You don't have to pay taxes. Now, I'm not saying don't go pay your taxes without due diligence. I'm saying go do your research. Go look up the laws. Taxes are 100% voluntary. And if you're complaining about paying taxes or who the president was that made the most taxes, you're paying stupid tax. Like literally, you're paying a voluntary tax and complaining about it. That means you don't know what you need to know. And that's what I'm trying to teach people, like how to live life the way God intended. Most people don't realize when God says live, in our constitutional state and all this, like in the Bible where it says live the law of our government by the law of the land, we're not living by the law of the land anymore. We're living by the law of the sea, which is military law since 1871. And most of y'all still don't know that. Most of you still don't understand. We don't have to follow the law that you think, if that makes sense. We need to understand the true Constitution, which is hidden from most of y'all. We are not living by the law of the land anymore. Not by what the government goes by. The government goes by the law of the sea. I could tell you endless stories you could look up, documentaries like The Last Flag Standing, who became the Postmaster General in 1996. Hey, Dave, I was trying to avoid the lights mostly for you, brother. I'm glad you're calling up because I